My name is Ryan Geddes. I'm the brand director for EVE Valkyrie at CCP Games. EVE Valkyrie is a VR multiplayer online space combat game set in the EVE universe. We launched on Oculus Rift on March 28th. We're very excited about that, finally get VR out in the world and to launch with that platform. We've released multiple patches to the game and one major update called Carrier Assault since we launched on Rift. Reception has been great. Been building the player base, building the community. Lots of great feedback from our pilots so far, and we've been using that to influence the development of the game and make sure we're giving our pilots what they need. And that's all building toward our second launch of the year, which is on PlayStation VR on October 13th. We are launching day and date with PlayStation VR. Very excited to bring a whole new group of pilots into the game from the PlayStation community. And we'll be launching on the HTC Vive as well. We don't have a date to announce yet for that, but we will be coming to that platform too. We've been showing a build of the game that includes 4 ship classes. Those of our pilots who've already been playing on Oculus Rift are well familiar with these ships. It's the first time we're showing them on PlayStation VR. So in EVE Valkyrie, you have 3 different ship types. There's the fighter, the heavy, and the logistics. And those 3 ships do very different things. The fighter is your standard attack craft. Your heavy is more of a tanky, get in there and bombard the enemy, kill multiple enemies at once if you know what you're doing. And the logistics is a support ship, so you can either buff your friends or debuff your enemies. They all have different countermeasures and weapons that they use. And as you play through the game and you progress, you're unlocking different ships, different ship upgrades, and classes along the way. The other ship that we're showing, in addition to those 3, is a hybrid ship, which pulls some of the elements from all those different ship classes into another ship. So you could have, for example, in EVE Valkyrie, a fighter with some logistics elements to it. You could have a tank that can do some healing, or a heavy that can do some healing. So that's really the interesting thing about the progression in the game. You can really make the ships your own, and you can find what playstyle you like, and you can double down on that or explore new things. So really excited to be showing that stuff here. We announced at our FanFest this year, EVE FanFest 2016, that when we launch on PlayStation VR, EVE Valkyrie will support cross-platform play between Oculus Rift and PlayStation VR. Really excited to finally kick that off on October 13th. I think it'll be great. For us, we love all the VR platforms. We've been supportive of VR from the very beginning. We appreciate all the nuances and differences between those platforms, but we really want to break down the barriers as much as we can between these platforms and really allow our pilots to play. We say, just in the studio, we say fly together, die together. We want everybody to be able to fly together, play against one another, play with each other across these 2 platforms as much as possible. So, yep, I mean, everything will work back and forth just as you would expect in a cross-platform game. For us, Vive has been developed in parallel with some of the other stuff we've been doing. It just hasn't been one of those things we've prioritized to date, mainly because we had 2 big launches back to back with Oculus Rift and PSVR. We're actively developing for Vive, and we're excited to finally be able to announce a date soon. We appreciate everybody being patient with us on that. We really want to get out there, and it's going to happen. As you can imagine, we love all the stuff that all the platforms are doing, and we're playing around with it. We do think all that tech is cool, but we don't have any announcements to make right now about any sort of adaptation of motion controls, whether it's touch or Vive. More to come on that. When EVE Valkyrie launches on PSVR on October 13th, it will include everything that all the Rift pilots have been playing so far. So the game itself, and the first update, and the patches. And then when we launch on PSVR, of course, that's not the end of the story. We have more content planned that will be coming into the game after launch. Can't announce what exactly that is right now, but just as the update that we released this summer was free on Oculus Rift, the updates we release after we launch on PSVR will continue to be free for our entire audience. So you can imagine more great content, ships, maps, modes, all that stuff. For us, Valkyrie really is something that we see as a service that we extend over the course of time, and we've got a lot of great stuff on our roadmap that'll be coming in after October for sure.